Well, welcome to week one of ENG143 College Composition. I think you're going to enjoy this class. It's a very fast-moving class with a lot of work, a lot of reading, a lot of writing, but that's the way it's meant to be, okay? So let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. We're going to briefly talk about getting your textbook. You need to do that right away, okay? We're going to talk about course overview, so I just give you an outline for the course, and then we're going to talk specifically about week one. So, textbook. You have two ways to get the textbook. You go to the bookstore and get it, all right, if you live near campus or live on campus. And I don't know what it costs there, okay? And the other approved way is to go directly to the syllabus, and in the syllabus there's a link directly to the publisher, and you can rent the textbook for $31.67, okay? It's an ebook. It works really well on your computer. Some students, me included, I like the hard copy a little bit better, but because of cost effectiveness, because I don't live near campus, I always use the e-textbook, okay? So once again, two choices: go to the bookstore, get the hard copy, all right, or go online, go to the syllabus, click on the link that I provide there near the top of the syllabus. It takes you directly to the publisher. You'll see what you see here, right? You can add it to your cart, and it'll open up your, you pay for it, and then it'll open it up as an ebook on your computer, okay, or your phone, right, or your laptop, or your iPad. Okay, that's the textbook. So let's talk about the course overview. Intensive training and methods of exposition, that means writing, and research is the research component of the class, leading to the ability to write coherent, clear, and persuasive essays. Okay, this class is all about writing essays, all right? So upon completion of the course, you're expected to be proficient in analyzing the rhetorical situation and style that you're in. And to do this, you really have to read the textbook, all right? Employ rhetorical and stylistic features in writing, all right? And successfully engage in the research process, and then produce rhetorically persuasive text, both multimodal and written. And your final project is more of a, there's several visual projects in this, and your final project is a research project, but instead of writing a research paper, you're going to put together a PowerPoint. And that's a multimodal situation where you're writing more visually. PowerPoint's a very, very visual type tool, all right? That's what we're doing here, okay? So, that's the course overview. You'll notice you have a menu here on the left, okay? Make sure you keep track of that. They're your grades. Make sure you take a good look at those all the time. The course homepage, start here page, I'll get to that in a minute. Course information, that's where we are now. Student resources, there's all kinds of good stuff there. I'll let you look there. Then we'll go to week one, okay? So week one's very, very busy. The course gets off to a fast start, all right? So make sure you understand what we're doing for the week. That's the top of the page here. And here are the activities. You must read the textbook. You cannot succeed in this class without reading the textbook. Now, we've not assigned all of the textbook, okay, so don't be dismayed. But there is some serious reading. You need to get it done. Textbook's very attractive. It's well laid out. It's got lots of pictures and other activities, that kind of thing. Here are the PowerPoints that go with the chapters. They were very informative, and it's kind of like review, or you can kind of use it as your reading, your study guide. All right, so this tells you what you're going to do this week. You're going to have first of all, you're going to write an essay. You're going to write it right away. And then you have to submit it by Wednesday night to the peer review forum. And then you need to start looking in there till you see at least 3 more people show up. All right. And you need to review their essays for them. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about that on Thursday morning. Okay. So, but in any event, by Wednesday night, you have to have your first essay. Now, what's your first essay about? Okay. Week one, rhetorical situation. That's the documentation for it right there. Then underneath that, there's the essay itself. That's a little Turnitin icon. This means that all the material that you turn in, most of the material that you turn in for this class is checked for plagiarism, all right? Checked for similarity to other papers. And then you always have a quiz. Not every week, but most weeks you have a quiz. The quizzes are open book. They're multiple choice, true, false, that kind of thing. They're not real complicated, but what they are designed to do is to make sure you've actually read the textbook and understand the textbook. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the week one essay. Very important that you get this right. So, rhetorical situation of self. What does that mean? Well, you have to read the textbook, pages 1 to 52, okay, to see exactly what we're talking about here, what a rhetorical situation is. Basically, it's just the writing and thinking environment that you're in. This minute, my rhetorical situation, and I've spent a lot of time on this today, it was been developing this lecture, helping you get started. I've had to think about my audience. I've had to think about the techniques I'm going to use, okay, the context in which I'm working. You know, I've been using PowerPoint. I've been using the Moodle. I've been using screen capture tools. I've had to think about all that. So if I was going to write an essay about it, that's what I would be writing about. Okay, so please read the chapters. There is an example. It's kind of short. The example is, but there's an example on page 42 page 46, give you an idea of what I'm looking for. All right. So basically, you're looking for an immediate issue in your life. Okay, where are you right at the second, and how could you write about that? All right. So please read that over, and then please make sure you read the textbook, and you'll get it. You'll understand what I mean. And then if you look at the example on page 46, you'll also get it. And what I'll know, those students who've looked at these overview videos, and it's very surprising. Some students don't. I don't get that. Okay. All right. So because these videos are designed to help you get the grade that you want. It's that simple. Okay. Busy class, though. That's why I'm talking so fast. So essay needs between 3 and 4 pages. And when I say between 3 and 4, I do not mean 2.5. Okay. And the reason this is because I'm expecting you to write with a lot of good detail, a lot of good specifics, and a lot of good examples. That's what critical thinking is about. Can you apply detail? Can you apply specifics? Can you apply examples to your thinking? Okay. So 3 to 4 pages. We follow APA style. You probably might want to do some research. The student example, you does some research to make sure you use APA style citing. If you'll go to the where is it back? You'll go to the student resources page. You'll find more material there on citing. Okay, and I'll help you with that if you need some help. All right. So basically, I'm looking for Basically, I'm looking for well-focused paragraphs. Okay, I like to see about 3 paragraphs per page. A paragraph's a unit of thought, 1 unit, okay, of 1 thought with lots of specifics, details, and examples. Good development, in other words, okay. And then the assessment is, did you understand the assignment? I've tried to explain it here, right? Do you understand issues of audience and constraints, right? What the issue is, can you demonstrate that? Do you know what a rhetorical situation of self is? All right, do you really thoroughly provide the details so I can see what it is you're talking about, the examples, and then how are you doing with surface features? So last but not least, a couple items. If you'll the start here menu has a couple important things in it. First of all, in addition to peer review and the essay and the quiz, you also must introduce yourself in the class this week, and I'll be looking forward to reading those. I'll try to respond to them all. Sometimes I skip some. Okay, so please go ahead and introduce yourself there and respond to 3 or 4 peers, please. Okay. Then, so here's my email. Here's my phone number, but it doesn't do any good to call me without telling me ahead of time because if you're not in my contacts, my phone doesn't ring. All right. I have an iPhone set up because I don't want, sales calls, that kind of thing. So I do hold office hours, and they're right here. Here's the virtual office. Monday mornings, I'll just click there. It'll be open. I'll be busy working, but I think it bings or something like that. Okay. So here are the office hours. The best thing to do, though, is make an appointment with me. Like, let's say, Mr. Weller, can we meet this afternoon around 4 o'clock? And I'll email you back. Say, yeah, sure, 4 o'clock sounds fine. And then we'll just go here in the virtual office. Here's my instructor bio. It tells you who I am. I've been here a long time. There's a lot about me. Okay. So hey, if you have questions, I love questions. You know how to get a hold of me. wellerw@trine.edu. No questions are stupid, please. A sign of a good, engaged student is one that's willing to ask questions when they're facing a problem or issue or something like that. Okay, good luck. Get started. Get that textbook right away, please.